Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Simone, and for all my new subscribers, welcome. Guys, today I uploaded a video yesterday and I'm uploading another video today. Guys, I'm very consistent, you know, so today I'll be speaking on other questions that I've this is part 2 of the part 1 that was yesterday of the questions that I've been receiving thus far. Okay, so someone asked me, what if after you arrive in the United States, you arrive in the state, you arrive in the state and it's not like what you think it would be or stuff like that. Like, it's not what you were expecting, or it things go sideways. What would you do, and what are the outcome in a case like that? Okay, so if there's a case that you have gone into that family and the individual, say for example, is not treating you right to your knowledge of what you think treating right should be, then you can do two things. These are the steps in going to talk about it or going to deal with it. Okay. So, first of all, if it's a case that it's not severe and you guys have a disagreement, you can go ahead to speak to your host, whether it's your host dad or your host mom, or if it's a single parent, you speak to your host, whoever the individual may be. Speak to the host and try to resolve that issue. Okay? If it's a case that you speak to them and the issue is still not resolved, then and you see there's no effort from that individual of resolving the issue, then you speak to your LCC. Everyone is given an LCC. Every au pair, board pair is given an LCC in their specific location. An LCC role is to monitor the au pair and the host family to ensure that everything is running smoothly. So if you have any concern or anything, the LCC is the person that you go ahead to contact. We're saying that everyone has an LCC. So if it's a case that you speak to your host and things are not resolved, then you go ahead to speak after speaking to your host. Please do ensure that you speak to your host, because it's always very important, guys, to ensure that you communicate well with your host family. So, because if there is a thing that can be easily resolved and you're not knowing what they're thinking and they're not knowing what you're thinking, that's where communication comes in place. So you have to communicate, you have to let them know what the issue is, and if you have an issue, so that you can go ahead to resolve that issue and move forward. Because it could be a simple thing as, what's my curfew? And you do not know your curfew, but you thinking to yourself, oh, I have a curfew. Until speaking to your host family, you will know then if you do have a curfew or if you do not have a curfew. So communication, guys, is a big plus. You gotta go ahead to communicate with your host and be reasonable also. If there is a case that you think, oh, remember, you're coming into these individual house, so you're also springing stuff on them. They're not used to an individual being in their house and stuff, and also they have to maintain treating you like an adult, but you gotta be also considerate. So back to the point. The first step is, if you have an issue, you speak to your host, and if it's a case that it's unresolvable and you see no way of resolving that issue, then you go ahead to speak to your LCC. And then you guys, what your LCC would suggest is that you guys have a meeting so that both you and your host can come together and you can speak about it, because it could be something that could be resolved, as but without communicating, without speaking about it, then you will never know. So that's the first step, and also the second step. Speak to your host. If there's no point of resolving, you speak to your LCC. And yeah, if it's a case that it's more severe, that you're being like abused or mistreated, I'm not saying these are regular cases, but life is life. It doesn't always give battery die just now. But as I was saying, life is life. It doesn't always give you the ups and the always ups. Sometimes you get ups and sometimes you get down, guys. So communicating is a big step. But if it's a case that you've been abused or stuff like that, then you go ahead to speak to your host family immediately, or the police or someone. But if it's a case that you gone ahead to speak to your host, there's no point of resolving the issue if you have an issue, not if you're being abused. And then this is where mediation comes in place. The point of mediation is to resolve whatever issue that you guys have. If there's no point in resolving that issue, then that's where a rematch comes in place. But guys, I'm not going to talk about that just yet. Go ahead to subscribe, like, and please do remember to comment. And for the next video, I'll be speaking on rematch. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Be acceptable. Okay? You will not be in the program.